What is up, guys? Randomonium here. We're in day 2 of the Worlds. I'm going to be watching SKT versus Cloud9. This is the first time I've seen this match. I'm going to be watching it at 1.5 times speed. And I will be talking about some of the matches from day 1. So if you haven't seen those matches, I just want to give you guys a spoiler warning. Um, but yeah, day 1 was very interesting. I went 3 for 3 on my picks. I actually picked CLG to beat G2, so I was right on that. But I was wrong on H2K. I was wrong on EDG, and I was wrong on TSM. So I thought all three of those teams were going to win, and they wound up losing. But as far as this match was concerned, SKT versus Cloud9, the reason why I thought that Cloud9 was going to win is Cloud9 is coming off on a pretty huge high right now, and SKT has been known to kind of start a little bit slow in major tournaments. So I think that if Cloud9 has a shot to beat them, it's in this game. So the bans were Rek'Sai, Gnar, and Zac for SKT. That makes perfect sense because Meteos loves Zac, and Rek'Sai, I guess, is still considered a priority pick even after all the nerfs. And then, yeah, taking Gnar away from Impact is very huge. Um, Over on the Cloud9 bans, they've got Nidalee, Karma, Vladimir. A bit interesting. I'm actually surprised that they banned. Well, I guess Faker is pretty good on the Karma and pretty good on the Vladimir. So I guess I can understand these bans. I'm surprised they didn't ban the Rise or something like that. But it looks like it's going to be Faker on Syndra, and Meteos picking up Lee Sin, and then Smoothie is going to be on Braum. Okay, so I like that. And it looks like okay, so Bengi is going to be on Elise, and Bang is going to be on Ezreal. That's actually a really good for SKT. I think that they've got a pretty awesome draft so far. They've got Ezreal, who's probably the best AD carry right now. They've got Syndra, who's really come back into the meta pretty strongly, and then Elise is considered to be probably the best jungler after Nidalee and Rek'Sai. Jensen on Cassiopeia, fantastic, and Sneaky on Sivir. I like that. That's fantastic. That's going to give them a ton of wave clear. It's going to give them a very strong scaling composition, and they can really punish anyone from being out of position because they can have the Sivir ult into Cassiopeia, who can ground people, and then the Cassiopeia ult, of course. All right. Last two picks for SKT, so it's going to be their top laner and their support. Let's see if Alice. Okay, so they're locking the Alistar and the Jace. That's interesting. So SKT is going for more of a poke comp, and then they've got some disengage for from Alistar and Syndra. Um, Last choice is top lane for Impact. I would expect something like maybe like an Echo or something. Somebody who can engage. They need some hard engage to deal with the poke comp of SKT. Alright, Rumble, not the best engage tool, but a very good team fighter. So they're going to rely on the engage from Sivir and the flanking from Lee Sin to set up like a kick into a combo. So yeah, definitely Cloud9 has the better late game team comp. But the mid game power spike for SKT is pretty scary with Jace, Ezreal, Syndra. When they hit their 2-item power spike, that's actually going to be very challenging for Cloud9 to deal with. So they're going to need to just make sure they don't fall behind too much in around the mid game. Oh, Yes, I think that the biggest surprise so far in the tournament has, of course, been INTZ beating EDG. Um, and even Albus Knox did actually really, really well, much better than I thought they were going to against Rocks Tigers. However, they made quite a few mistakes kind of in the mid game. They had a lead early, and then they kind of threw their lead away because they tried to rush things too much. INTZ learned from that mistake, and they actually played the game, if anything, a little bit too slowly against EDG, but they were able to kind of stranglehold EDG and pick up the win. TSM, I was a bit disappointed in because their drafting phase was actually pretty horrible, in my opinion. They really kind of shot themselves in the foot in the drafting phase, and then, I mean, they made the best of it, but they just got outscaled completely. They didn't get a big enough lead in the early game. So, and then the last one, H2K versus AHQ, that really was kind of a razor wire kind of matchup, and H2K just made way too many mistakes. Yankos was not near as effective as I was expecting him to be. Um, and yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. I thought that H2K has had a really good shot, but now they're kind of on the back foot, and they really have to win their next matchup against AHQ if they're gonna have a shot at getting out of group stages. So as far as the lanes are concerned, Rumble is really good in lane, and Jace really kind of struggles with mana earlier on. Um, and Rumble can just pretty much push all the time because he's got unlimited spell usage because of his heat. As long as he manages heat well enough, he can just completely force the Jace out of lane. Cassiopeia versus Syndra. That's a pretty even matchup. They can both. It's probably just going to mainly be a farm lane. And then for bot lane, Ezreal Alistar versus Braum Sivir. Initially, it probably actually favors the Ezreal and the Alistar, but then once Sivir gets a few items, since Ezreal starts tier, it'll flop in the opposite direction, and then around like that first item power spike, Sivir will have the advantage, and then second item power spike, Ezreal starts having the advantage again. But then when you get to like third or fourth item power spike, Sivir can actually uh, turn the advantage back in her favor. So it's going to be a really kind of a back and forth matchup for the 80 carries, and then I do think that Alistar is a a better support, especially on like Korean teams. Oh, that's a very nice dodge by Faker. Fantastic. But Braum is definitely kind of higher priority for a lot of people just because of his ability to is unbreakable. Yeah, like you can see right there, he can just completely neutralize all the damage that Bang could have put on. As far as the junglers are concerned, both Elise and Lee Sin kind of have very strong early games, then kind of fall off as the game goes on. So they both really need to have their impact felt in the early game. They really need to kind of snowball their lead. This actually could be really bad for Jensen. Yep. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He didn't even use his flash, unfortunately. Right, so Cloud9's backing right now. It'll pick a B of sword, okay, that's fine. Impact is continuously pushing in Duke, which is what I expected to happen, especially since Duke is going to be kind of mana starved for a while. But Duke is actually able to. He's been keeping up in farm pretty well. Hmm. So Duke definitely wants it back. So if Impact is smart, he's going to want to try and push in the wave as fast as possible right now. That actually was very smartly done. All right, so that was actually a very interesting play where they forced, as soon as they forced Duke to back, they realized that they had a chance to go in and steal that blue buff. They were able to get it over to Cassiopeia. Oh my goodness. That hurts. That really freaking hurts. You just got that blue buff and then you just give it right over to Faker. And now they're going to steal away that blue buff too. Wow, this is actually not good at all for Cloud9. They need to start slowing the game down. Yeah, so Cloud9 needs to slow the game down. They need to just focus on wave clear, wave control, vision control. I don't know what they're really doing here if they're trying to set up a dive, but I mean, Braum is still in base. There's nothing they're going to be able to do for that. Yeah, so you can see he's missing a couple CS. Faker's threatening. Yeah, look at the CS differential in mid lane. 90 to 70. That's pretty bad. And actually, even Impact is starting to fall behind a little bit in CS. Hmm. I do think that the easiest way for Cloud9 to get back into this game is to set up a dive in bot lane. They have teleport advantage, so yeah, if they can just push out bot lane, they could set up a 4-man dive. I don't know what that was from Medios. So you're not going to catch Faker with a Q, all right? His mechanics are just way too good. So you got to use your W to get in, try to set up a kick, and then when he's CC'd with the kick portion, um, you can also land the Cassiopeia ult, and then you can also land your Q to follow it up to try and possibly get a kill. I mean, so far, Medios has been completely ineffective in the game. Cloud Dragon's next. That's not a very high priority. Medius has got to make a play. He's just been completely ineffective on this Lee Sin pick, and Lee Sin falls off like a freaking cliff. He's got to do something. He looks really kind of lost right now. Yeah, that was a very good opening for Jensen. Medius just wasn't in position. You're not going to land that. You got to go for the W. Yeah, they're probably going to lose that tower. Mid tower is almost down as well. It's not looking good at all for Cloud9. Wow, that's just really well played by Faker. They're probably going to lose the mid tower. No, the plan is safe. Oh man, this is so bad. This is so bad for Cloud9. I don't think there's any way they're going to be able to come back from this. They're going to lose Dragon. They're going to lose their mid tower. Yep, there we go. And then probably within a minute or two, they're going to lose their bot tower as well. And then the Lee Sin is not going to be able to go into his jungle anymore. And that's going to be pretty much the end of the game. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't even get him down to half health. That's unfortunate. Oh, I don't understand that equalizer. Okay, they at least get a kill out of it, but that just was a very poorly placed equalizer. Oh, so how can Cloud9 get back into this? It's near impossible. I mean, they're almost down 7,000 gold already, and it's 20 minutes into the game. They have to somehow deny vision. They got to sweep out the vision, get a pick, and hopefully try to equalize towers. Either that, or you just stall out the game as long as possible. Oh my goodness, that's so much damage. You stall out the game until the gold advantage doesn't mean anything. That was nice. I don't understand that kick there. He just completely wasted the kick. Yeah, I have no idea why Sneaky was there, especially with Braum trying to back. And yeah, I think Jensen might have made a mistake saying that he wanted to kill Faker. Faker might have taken that a little bit personally and is just completely schooling Jensen right now. Mm, he lands it. Oh, he misses the Q. But they get the kill, but they're going to probably lose an inhib off of it. Oh, the outplay. Well done. That wasn't worth though. They got 2 kills, but they lost an inhibitor turret, and it's the bot inhibitor, which is even worse. They can get the bot inhibitor down. That gives them complete Baron control. There's nothing that you can really do. You're gonna have an auto pushing lane. See, if Meteos doesn't miss that Q, Impact's gonna be full health when Faker shows up. I mean, he still survives, but that would have been a much less close fight if Meteos lands that Q. Alright, so they just heard Dragon is down. So they should be moving up, trying to clear out vision. Yeah, you can see they instantaneously are moving up. They're trying to get some vision down, clear out some vision. Oh. Yeah, so SKT, you push up mid lane, you rotate the top lane, you've cleared out the vision, take top lane, pull back, set up for Baron. So they're up at the tower, now they should rotate the top lane. I feel like they're kind of forcing this a little bit too much. Meteos is way out of position. Yeah, they lost their opportunity, right? Because now the wave's pushing against them in the top lane. Wow, they actually get the tower in mid lane. That's impressive. I didn't think they were going to be able to do that. They really just kind of brute forced it. Mm. Yeah, look at the vision right now on the map. SKT has complete vision of all of this. Yeah, it's about as free a Baron as you're ever going to get. So SKT recalls. They're going to push up mid. They're going to rotate top. Start to try and knock down top. While we'll have the Jace split push in bot lane. Interesting. They've got Jace going top lane. Okay, so they're going to do the exact opposite. So we have Jace go top lane, everybody else go bot lane. I guess that makes more sense because you got the open inhibit bot lane. That was a mistake from Bang. He E'd forward aggressively. Oh. That was a very good realization from Cloud9 to realize that Bang had come too far forward and punish him for that. But it winds up being a 3 for 2 and actually favor of SKT. And this actually might be the game if they don't have Sneaky available. No, they're gonna play it safe. Okay, play it safe. Go to top lane, take top tower. Cloud9 will not be able to contest because they got to clear the minion waves. Really? Okay. They're really trying to drag this out. Pick up an Ocean Drake. Wait for the waves to push in. You can see Faker's already going top lane, so he's going to be prepping the wave in top lane. They're going to give Duke the blue buff. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to go for Duke. They're blowing a bunch of flashes. They're going to give up their inhib. That was just a horrible decision. I don't know what they were thinking. Now they've got 3 inhib down, and they're losing their entire base. 1 Nexus Tower is down. They're going to probably lose the second one here shortly. Medius goes on the Faker. But there wasn't any follow-up. I mean, he flashed in for the kick, but there wasn't, a Cassiopeia ult. There wasn't, a Rumble ult. There wasn't a Sivir ult, to follow up after that kick. Unfortunate. And they just lost their second Nexus Tower. Actually, it was a very good dodge by Smoothie, but yeah, he's just out of position. This should be the game. Ooh. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, yeah, Jensen just was way too aggressive. Baker just completely destroyed him in the mid lane. Medios was ineffective, wasn't able to do really anything in the early game on a Lee Sin, which is really bad. If you can't snowball the game as a Lee Sin, then you're kind of screwed. You're kind of useless. So, and the other thing is that they didn't try to slow down the game. Once they fell behind, they didn't try to snowball. They didn't try to slow down the game, or they didn't try to set up plays. They just tried to. They were always just being really reactive. It was very weird shot calling. Um, did not look like Cloud9 from the summer split, from the playoffs, things like that. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, this will pretty much wrap this up. I'll try to do some more videos. I'm going to try and do at least one per day. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave some comments. The more likes I get on these videos, the more comments I get on these videos, the more often I will actually do these replays. Because they take a little bit of extra time, but I'm willing to do them if I get people who are interested in them and who like watching them. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. I hope you have a great day. I hope you guys have a great World Championships, and I hope that your World's Pick'ems goes as well as mine is going. But I hope you all have a great day. Randomonium signing off.